Hi everyone, welcome to this week's stable update. On Tuesday morning we had some exciting news. Our broodmare Living Doll, who we raced for a number of years, had a foal. She had a bay colt by the Brothers War, and they're both doing really well. So she's up at Kooringal Stud at Wagga, and that was great news to get on Tuesday morning. The other good news on the Living Doll front is that her 2-year-old, whose stable name is Cliff, has come back from the breaker for the second time, and we're able to get on him this week, and he's been cantering around the track. So that was good news also.
Yeah, really good. That same day, we also had jump outs here at Maria. So the first jump out we had a couple in that was Greaves and Far Too Hot. So Greaves was having, he had a little freshen up, and then just we've had him at the beach just doing all his work at the beach. And put the blinkers on him, and he jumped out really well. They ran really slick time. So that was really good to see. He seems like he's back how he was before he went out for a spell when he was racing really well. And Far Too Hot had his second jump out, and he was really good. He's been jumping out well. He heads to Maria tomorrow, and he looks like he'll run a really good race there tomorrow. And then we had a couple of new horses that were new to our stable the last couple of months. Shrimp and Monomark, they both had their first jump out of the preparation, and they jumped out really well. Most likely they'll head to a trial this Sunday at Nowra, but they look like they've got a little bit of ability, and exciting that they'll be not far off racing.
On Saturday we had a miserable day at Kembla Grange. One of our favourites, Rhythm Boat, bled for the second time, so he's been forced into retirement now. He's okay, he's not injured at all, which is really good news, but unfortunately he's going to have to finish up now. So we're looking to rehome him, and we have actually had an offer from one of our owners to rehome him. So we'll be looking at doing that this week. We also went racing on Sunday at Tagundagai, and Rouge Loon ran there. He just got beaten, he ran second, but it was a good performance. It was back in grade for him. First time on a heavy track, it was a heavy 10, and he did a really good job.
Then tomorrow we've got a big team heading to the races here at Maria. First two horses we have is in race 2. We have California August and Our Kinsman. California August, he actually ran not a bad race at Kembla Grange. If you read the stewards report, he found a lot of trouble, and he actually finished off the race okay. And Our Kinsman, he had his first start after winning for us at Nowra, and he ran second, and he was leading most of the way up until the last 50 metres. So he's got a good barrier. They both look like they'll run well. Then our next runner is Santorini Sun in race 4. She's been racing really well this preparation. She's showing a fair bit of ability, which we thought she had. With her first prep with us, she just didn't show it. And then this prep, she's racing really well. So tricky barrier draw, but in a race, it's definitely winnable for her if a couple of things go her way. Then we have Far Too Hot and Champ Profond racing in race number 5. They're both first up tomorrow, both had a couple of jump outs. Far Too Hot will probably lead, and Champ Profond won't be too far away, and they'll get every opportunity, both going into the race really well. And in the last, we finish off the day with Real Salty and Constantinu. Constantinu had a little freshen up after her last start, but she's going really well, drawn a good gate. 1,000 metres at home should really suit her. And Real Salty, a little bit disappointing first up, but she missed the start, got a long way back, finished off okay, but she'll run a lot better race. I think she's had 2 starts at Maria over the 1,000 for 2 seconds. So yeah, we've got a really good bunch of horses racing tomorrow, and hopefully we get a winner or 2.
And then heading further into the week, on Thursday, we're planning to go to Kembla Grange. We've got Napoleon Solo is nominated. He's been racing really well, especially at Kembla Grange. And we've also got Kattegat nominated. We'll have to see what the track conditions like as we get closer to Thursday. They've had a lot of dry wind up there, and the track's dried out quite a lot. So we'll just make a call on Kattegat closer to the time.
Then the next day, Friday, we've got a couple in there. Greaves, at Canberra, sorry. Greaves will head to Canberra. He's after that little freshen up. He's going really good. And Dragon's Breath, who was actually meant to trial here at Maria tomorrow. There was no trial, so he'll head to Canberra for a race. We just had him ticking over to give Jade a trial, but unfortunately there wasn't enough starters for the trial.
But hopefully on Sunday we can go trialling at Nowra. And like Luke said, we'll probably trial those 2 new horses, Shrimp and Monomark, at Nowra on Sunday. So we've got a big week ahead. See you next week.
Catch you later, guys.